Uppercut! Uppercut! I'm Jackie.
I guess I can never make fun of Randy Newman again. I'm Justin.
Can never con a condescending prick.
Ooh.
I'm Sam, and this is Diggstown on Stinker Madness.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at these!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at these!
No more hangers!
It stinks.
Hangers!
Get to the chopper! Stinker.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, a podcast about bad movies for bad movies lovers, blah, 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 blah. You already know all that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here because we only have two fans. I'm one of them, and the other is my dog. So, shout out to my pup. Thanks for supporting me on Patreon.
Puptrian?
Puptrian. God damn it. How did I not get that?
Yeah.
I'm your host, Justin. With me are always Sam and Jackie. And just kidding, we have thousands of fans. And thank you all for listening. Literally, I can count the thousands on my fingers.
You have thousands of fingers.
Yeah. I'm like that, the 1,000-fingered monster in Dark Souls 2.
Or in most of hentai.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
Hey.
Jackie, when was the last time you watched some hentai? Just kidding.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, good. Let's keep it that way.
Good. Just don't ever go to 4chan.
Don't go anywhere, actually.
Don't go on the internet.
Yeah, just stay inside in your warm little safety blanket area. This is a movie from 1992 starring James Woods, Academy Award-winning James Woods.
One of the ugliest men alive.
Not handsome, which is okay. I mean, I think the type of characters he typically plays are good with that long head look.
Dern didn't win for Nebraska. He just got nominated, right?
Who?
Dern.
Oh, but I don't think Bruce Dern ever won anything. Yeah, Bruce
Gossett
Dern
did.
What did Louis Gossett Jr. win for?
Officer and a Gentleman.
Yeah, boy. Okay, Louis Gossett Jr. Heather Graham stops by.
You just burned up half of my about this film section
By saying the cast.
By saying who's in it.
Randall Tex Cobb.
Who
Who else we got in this? Anybody?
Popcorn.
Popcorn shows up. Hot dogs.
Oliver Platt.
Forgot about Oliver Platt.
Now, you can't say hot dogs because although the machine was there was never once a hot dog in this movie.
If you got a hot dog machine, I'd rather have the hot dog than the popcorn. But
and it looked like popcorn that they didn't even bother to put butter on.
No, it's the popcorn is more like the boxes that you stack in the middle of the road for the action guys to run into later. It's just confetti for boxing. Like, I'm either shocked or I'm happy, but my popcorn's going everywhere.
It's popcorn.
Popcorn.
That's all it is.
Man, you are killing the puns today, Sam.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fueled up at the pun station.
Puns to pode.
Yours was not good.
No. What else you got about Diggstown, Sammy?
Well, the budget of Diggstown is $17 million. Guess how much it returned?
Where did they spend $17 million?
On a wheelchair.
Cast?
Yeah, they probably spent 10 on cast and 7 on production.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They returned 4.
4, not successful?
Nope, not good.
Yeah, probably some bad marketing behind it, I'm assuming, but also it could be the movie is crap.
It is crap. This is pretty much the end of Jim as a leading man.
James Woods putting butts in seats.
Yeah, after this one tanks, it's like, I don't think you can do it anymore, Woods.
Before he became a jaded Hollywood hater because he got pushed out for his fucking alt-right bullshit, and because nobody liked working with him, He was a big deal. I mean, he was Hades in Hercules, right? Disney movie. I
Yeah.
mean, that's as big as you can get, right?
That's
there.
after this, but
Okay. What else do we know that James Woods from? The Hard Way with Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, that's a
the
dumb
Killing
movie.
Fields.
No,
Obviously.
the Onion Fields.
Onion Fields.
The Onion Fields.
I believe it's
the Onion Fields. It is a very good film.
I have never seen it.
I don't like James Woods, so I don't even pay attention when he's in things.
No.
His explosion was, I think he had a supporting role in The Way We Were.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So not really like it's not like he was fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson or anything.
But
you
he
know?
was the lead.
Yeah.
He was the lead for probably 8 years.
Yeah.
And then this is the end of that.
Yeah.
Like after this, that goes away.
No, there's only so many roles he can fill.
And getting his mug off the screen, because he seemed to like have aged like super rapidly, was what they did in Hercules. And he's still like the villain. He's not even the lead.
Right.
So,
right.
But after that, he pretty much deteriorates. This is pretty much the end of Gossett Jr. as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, Iron Eagle. I mean,
He was in Roots.
come on. Yeah. Right. Fine.
And Iron Eagle sucks. Like people watched it and they liked it, but it sucks.
Firewalker, Chuck Norris. Come on. I mean,
Firewalker.
you know,
Yep, that's
I
actually
thought
before this.
I thought he was just a B movie actor.
Louis Gossett Jr. No, he was a big deal.
Yeah.
Briefly big deal.
Briefly won an Academy Award.
Yeah.
Oh,
Officer and a Gentleman.
love
now,
lift us up where we belong.
That is not from Officer and a Gentleman.
what is that from?
Well,
Half of the
yes, it
movie's
is.
in '88.
That's from Iron Eagle. You're trying
No,
to tie
that's from
Iron
Officer and a Gentleman.
Is
when
Love
he-
Lift where the Eagles fly?
Where he goes into the
I have never
factory
seen
and
it.
picks her up and takes her home.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yuck. That song blows.
Well, I mean, it's you and I haven't ever watched it because
No.
it's Richard Gere. We're
Right.
like, blow this. I
Yeah.
got nowhere else to go. I know the joke. That's it. That's all I know about that movie. And then somehow Louis Gossett Jr. gets an Academy Award for it. So, whatever. Michael Ritchie, who I accused of being much better than he isn't when we were watching this. I always confuse Michael Ritchie as being sort of a big shot because he's done a bunch of movies that I like.
Okay.
Prime Cut, Fletch.
Flesh is a big deal.
Fletch is a big deal. Bad News Bears was a big deal.
Bad News Bears
first
is a very
one.
big deal, yeah.
And I really like The Scout, but he's done some stinkers, and this is one of them.
The Scout, is that the one with Robert De Niro where he's getting stalked?
Nope, that's The Fan.
The Fan, okay.
The Scout is the one with the guy that was, he had his own Arliss on HBO. Remember that guy?
Yeah, right.
He's in the first Batman with Tim Burton. It's him. No, I'm sorry. It's not. It's Albert Brooks. So Albert Brooks is the Scout and Brendan Fraser's a pitcher, and it's kind of a fun little movie.
Oh, okay.
It's
Sports movie.
It's not a whole lot different than Trouble with the Right, only
Yeah.
there isn't a love story in there.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's about the same thing.
Okay, all right.
No love story. I'm not watching.
Yeah, exactly.
You watch Diggstown.
You watched.
There was a love interest in
I
this.
think that there was, and we'll get into that here in a little while, but go ahead.
Whatever.
I guess we could talk briefly about the star that shines the brightest, though, in this film.
Heather Graham.
James Newton Howard, the guy that fucking laid the music down about an inch and a half thick over the top of this thing.
It is so bad.
It's everywhere.
It's atrociously bad. I honestly, in a non-B movie or a movie that buys just sellout music and sprinkles that in or steals music, I mean like an actual production piece. Somebody had the whole band there and the fucking movie's playing on the screen and he's waving his hands around and stuff. An actual composition, a score to a movie. I have not heard one that's worse. I can't think of a worse score, an actual scored movie, than this one.
I think it's because it's so everywhere.
It's everywhere.
He's like, somebody in production is telling him, we need to do this, we need to do this. And so there's like 10 different themes in this movie. There's like, the songs are everywhere. They're all over the place, and they're not like bought songs. It's like, do this thing, and he does. Do this thing, and he does. And it's always there, like carpet that's 6 inches thick.
It's like,
Which is nice until you step on a Lego.
right. No, this thing is filled with Legos. It's like somebody came to him and said, you know that saxophone in all the cheesy 80s cops movies where it like looks back on his life like, man, it's tough being a cop. Basically shitty Lethal Weapon. Can you do that? And he's like, sax solos are for bitches. I do everything.
Yeah.
You want sax solo? Fine. Not a problem. That's for amateurs. I got wailing guitars. I got keys that play too loud and are too do. If you want some of that Randy Newman shit going on, I got that. I got everything.
I think he had a tuba at some point.
Yeah, there's a tuba solo.
There is a tuba solo with the brown bottle treatment.
Right.
Later in the film, we'll talk about that specifically.
Indeed. Oh, man. Bless his heart, but I think that, like, even if this movie hadn't been as stupid as it is, the score may have dropped it 3 stars with me personally.
Yeah.
Like, it could be, like, just a cheesy, fun popcorn movie, but the score honestly puts it into the, like, dude, this movie stinks category.
I didn't even notice it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I don't know how you didn't, man.
I just noticed that the montages were really poorly scored. That was the one thing that was really disappointing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
There wasn't a butt rock song behind it or
there's
anything.
no soundtrack.
Yeah,
That's what
there's
you're
no
wanting.
singing and
you're wanting
there's-
Rocky 4.
Yeah. Well, that's what it reminded me of. And then it was like, oh, it's just some dude.
Yeah, they should have got like Journey and Foreigner and, well, I have a minor respect for Boston. But let's get Boston in there. Like, let's get all those guys that are in bands where in order to listen to them, you have to have a Trans Am. Let's get them and just have them do it and make a soundtrack. This doesn't need to be scored as emotionally as it's supposed to be.
Well, I'm just assuming he was cheaper than them buying all those songs. It was like,
$17 million, Sam. The money, they had to spend that money
I'm
someplace.
telling you, Louie and Jimbo took 10 of that themselves.
I'm saying Firewalker, Sam.
That's much earlier.
Right.
I don't know how that's earlier than this. Like,
Right. Louis Gossett Jr.'s, he can't be asking for, he's not Danny Glover at this point in time.
17 million just isn't a whole lot of money to spend on a movie. So I'm thinking they saved a lot, and James Newton Howard is one of the spots that they saved some cash.
Okay, all right, what else we got?
The bombshell of the whole experience that because of this, James Woods dated Heather Graham.
What?
Ew. That's a poor life choice.
Dude, how old is she?
She was twice her age.
Yeah, right, but how old is she? I mean,
this
is 92, and we did License to Drive, which I think was 88, and she was 16 in that.
So she's like 20, 21.
She's like 20, and he's like 50, and he's like gross, and she's like gorgeous and probably impressionable, and maybe a bit of that fucking Weinstein shit going on, and I don't like it.
You make a lot of assumptions, sir.
Well, dude,
if he was
you're
an
a
it guy,
50-year-old man and you are the it guy in Hollywood and you approach a 20-year-old Heather Graham and are like, hey, I've got a car. How about you get on this dick? Because that's the type of guy he is. Check his Twitter feed. That's exactly. I'm not making that part up, dude. He hates fucking women.
She's 22, so she's at least drinking age.
She's drinking
I'll
age.
give him that.
It's still pretty grody.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. James Woods put his sex on Heather Graham, and we all feel bad about it.
Yeah, and she's like a wonderful human being. I bet you,
She's
like,
also hot as shit.
well, I bet you, like, her life arc. She was probably a very sweet, young, nice, wonderful person to begin with, but like, her and James Woods now are polar opposites. Like, she does a lot of fucking charity work. She's big on promoting minorities in Hollywood. She's advocating for actually expanding critics, people of color in the critic fields, Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes, getting more POCs in there. So she cares about things where he only cares about himself and making fun of liberals. Which, yeah, sure, I'm a liberal, and James would block me on Twitter, so,
sure,
you know, whatever. But
he blocked you on Twitter?
No, I'm not that famous. He doesn't give a shit.
He probably doesn't even know where that button is.
No, he blocks people all the
Really?
fucking time. Yeah, he's a blocker. First Amendment, Twitter's got to stop cutting off conservative voices. Oh, by the way, you're blocked.
Huh.
Dude, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Well, if it's I can't see him saying that it was his political views that got him kicked. Because
That's what he says.
well, yeah. So his political views got him run out of Hollywood 15 years after he was already run out of Hollywood.
Right. I heard that was because he was a fucking cock to work with.
Maybe. It's too. There's part of me that enjoys some of those James Woods performances, but I think it's more or less that I enjoy the comedy of James Woods. Sort of, I'm not laughing with him; I'm laughing at him.
Yeah, like you mean like the slime ball? Because he's always a slime ball. He's always a slime ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess my source of comedy, maybe it's just the one painting, that Brandon Bird painting I like so much, called The Last Best Hope, and it's a 5-man team, and it's all just James Woods in different clothes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's hilarious.
Sure.
And I can't take it any farther than that. I just like, that's it. That's like, James Woods, all right, yeah, because he was in a lot of action movies, and I'm not really sure why.
No, I'm not really sure why either, and I can't really name one. And like
The hard way.
Definitely
You did.
not.
Yeah, the hard
it's
way.
definitely not his sex appeal.
No. He's
gross.
a hideous looking man, which is again fine.
That's
you
fine.
need those guys. Not everybody. Tom Noonan, fucking great actor. Bruce Dern is a hideous looking man.
He's got bad teeth.
Great actor. Even fucking Hanks to a degree is not a handsome man, but he's fucking great. Not everybody can be fucking Tom Cruise's Jackie.
I don't like Tom Cruise.
No, he's a fucking horrible, disgusting looking man too. Okay, who's hot? Not everybody can be Chris Hemsworth.
Keanu Reeves.
Not everybody can be Keanu.
Gerard Butler.
Well,
He's starting to lose the edge, I'm telling you.
yeah. So, anyways, but you need grody looking guys to be character actors and villains, and which isn't a very good thing. Like you probably shouldn't say. I just read this on Reddit that
You should have handsome rich villains like the real world.
Right. Well, no, that like fucking Akbar. Admiral Akbar.
Sure.
So in 1983, toss out a little Star Wars. That's a trap. Yeah, it's a trap. The cast or the crew did not like Admiral Akbar. They thought he was grody looking. Like, dude, he's a fish head guy. He can't be the leader of the fucking rebel fleet. What? And fucking Lucas said, nope. He is the leader of the rebel fleet because we can't have everybody who's good be handsome and everybody who's bad be ugly. That is the wrong thing to fucking say in this movie. And again, I applaud George Lucas. God damn it, you're terrible at writing dialogue, but fuck, you got Admiral Akbar right.
He also called that one guy Porkins. I mean,
He's
way
just-
to go off on a rant there. He
Okay,
called
so
the fat guy Porkins.
He's a little 50-50.
Yeah, it's pretty 50-50. I love it when he gets it right. But you're like, God damn it, Porkins, really?
He gets it
What the
so
fuck,
wrong
man?
sometimes.
Why is Porkins? Is this a fat guy? Yup. You know, later you're going to be a fat guy,
Be a
George.
real fat guy, George. Okay, we
He
should.
probably does. He looks up in the mirror and goes, Porkins. I'm him now. I'm rich and I don't care.
Lucas. We got anything
Yeah, we
else
got
on
to
this?
actually start talking about Diggstown.
Okay, all right, Diggstown. The first thing I really want to kind of get to in Diggstown is because so much is flushed out about the characters and about the world that these characters live in via sudden discoveries and sudden expositions, and I just want to skip all that. Let's start with James Woods' character, Kane.
Yeah.
Gabriel Kane.
Gabriel King. Good job. I didn't remember any of that.
He's
able to have men's stuff $10,000 in a cigarette box. I think that was pretty impressive.
well, he's a con.
I mean, I don't think you can shove $10,000 in a cigarette box.
back in the 80s you could, or in the 90s you could, because they had big bills back then.
Oh,
Yeah.
$500 bills?
No,
I got big bills right now. You should
10,000.
see my power bill.
Oh, oh no.
You should see my gas bill. And the air freshener I have to use to get rid of it.
Oh no. Who invited everybody's dad on the podcast today? Oh my God, that's terrible, Sam. Okay.
You want to talk about bills? Look at these ducks. Huh? Look at these ducks. They've got a bunch of them.
How about those guys that never win Super Bowls, huh?
That's the bills. I think we're out of bills now.
Yeah, okay. So anyways, he's a con. His whole fucking idiom is that he's a con man, a confidence man.
Sure.
And he's currently, at the start of this movie, in prison because of the last con that he did. We don't know what that is. But even in prison, he's thriving as a con. He's making bucks, and he's a smuggler. He's a man smuggler out of prison. Yeah, I'm going to smuggle you out of this joint.
In 2 years, he successfully smuggled out 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what is we'll get to the warden in a minute, his math later, but the whole thing, like, there's a lot of this movie that through 3/4 of it does enough sleight of hand that I'm like, this isn't that bad. It does a good job of look over here, don't look over here. The first time you're like, just kind of pay attention to the action, don't really think about this, is right up front. The guy gives him $10,000 in a cigarette case.
Right.
Like, to get him out of prison. And then he tapes that to the guy's back, like he's muling the money out somewhere, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right.
But then it's just gone, and you never have to worry about it again.
Right. No, sleight of hand is exactly how I would describe this film, Sam. That's a very good way of putting it, because people are fucking duped by this thing.
Yeah.
If you go on to read the reviews on Letterboxd, who I usually respect everybody on Letterboxd, and IMDb, people fucking think that this is the greatest movie of all time. When I was 12, I thought this was the greatest movie of all time, and I was an idiot. So I thought fucking a million movie. I thought fucking Short Circuit was awesome, right? But people are tricked into thinking that this is a big fucking deal, that this is fucking Danny Ocean planning this goddamn thing where fucking Brad Pitt's gonna dupe everybody with his good looks later. And you put it on paper, which is what we're about to do, and say the things that happen in the plot of this movie, and nothing really happens.
Yeah, this thing
Some
is
boxing.
Yeah, but the filmmaking itself, like I'm actually going to commend Michael Ritchie a little bit.
Right.
That it's like, look over here.
Right.
Don't pay attention that this thing is thin as shit.
Yeah, which is why I want to expose all this stuff now rather than doing it in the way that they do it, because potentially on accident, if we expose the film as the filmmakers do, people could be like, wow, that sounds like a really good movie. But just laying it out there on paper to start with, nothing happens.
No.
On the other side of the screen, we've got Bruce Dern, who is a guy named help me pronounce his name. Guion? Yeah, it's Gillon. But he's a well-to-do ex-boxing manager who one time bet big and made enough money to buy an entire town.
Yeah.
But he cheated to do it. He put some drugs in the guy's
he
water.
threw the fight
Mm-hmm.
that everyone in the town was behind because it couldn't
they bet
lose.
big. Right, they're their boy.
Yeah, and
their townie.
So he basically stole the town from the town on a bet that they had to make for their town hero.
And then foreclosed on all of them. Because they bet their properties and everything, and he bet against this guy and then had them throw the fight, and now he owns everything except for one ranch.
Well, I don't know that he threw the fight as much as he was drugged through his nasal
That's
stuff.
Also right, yeah.
And
But
it caused him to go brain dead.
I think he...
the manager throws the fight. Like, the boxer doesn't intentionally do it, but the manager rigs it, fixes it, say.
Yeah. And bet against his boy.
Right.
He hedged himself.
Yeah.
He didn't really hedge himself. He just was like, haha, I'm going to short this, and then I'm going to kill or I'm going to fuck this whole dude in this whole town, and I'm going to be rich.
And don't forget, another thing about Diggstown is all of this is underground boxing tournaments, which is pretty much why you don't go to underground boxing tournaments.
Is it underground though?
I don't.
Yeah, it is, because you can't fucking do that. That's like bigger deal than fucking Pete Rose, dude. And it's not like Bruce Dern's character is the fucking diabolical James Bond villain. He's not a genius. He's just some townie.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the fucking what's the World Wildlife Foundation? What's the people in charge of boxing?
That's the thing about boxing and why boxing's still what it is because there's like 7 majors,
right?
Federations that have their own rules and their own belts. and there isn't one overarching body.
Yeah,
of
but I'm
that.
pretty sure all of them would have some sort of investigative team that you call in to make sure that this type of shit doesn't happen.
No, because the minor circuit is its own thing. Like,
These guys are supposed to be heavyweights. They could have gone all the way to the top.
sure, but this other guy, the guy that was at the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's on it was his swan song fight that they did this with.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be just this candy ass. It's like, McNeely versus the pizza.
Right.
And then pizza wins.
Pizza,
Because McNeely had a glass jaw.
okay.
We all saw him fight Tyson. And the pizza.
And
I saw him fight the pizza. It only lasted 30 seconds. Pizza knocked his ass out. Pepperoni. Anyway.
Got a sausage in the eye.
Right, so I mean that would maybe make some hair stand up on the fucking gaming commission's arms and be like, maybe we should look into this. And then Bruce Stern leaves a fucking paper trail fucking 10 miles long.
But at the same time, in real life, this is exactly what Don King's been accused of his entire life.
Well. Okay. Either way, I'm not sure that this is on the up and up.
Yeah, I don't think it is. And one of the things I also don't know is that if for a long time in many states it was actually legal to gamble on boxing at the event. I don't know that or not.
Yeah, I don't think your manager can fucking drug you with what is it, like
nasal spray.
Yeah, but what's the drug? Horse drinks.
It was called like science name kills your brain.
Yeah,
they
right.
threw out some nice sounding words. And
Hey, that's weird. That guy's brain dead and he didn't get hit one fucking time. Maybe something fishy. Anyways,
because you wouldn't just fucking put some like opium in there,
Right.
and let him get knocked out, fall over, not be able to get up, and live the rest of his life. No, it's like, I'm also going to make you brain dead.
Yeah.
Because I'm that kind of a guy.
you just buy those drugs at the corner
But don't worry, we'll take care of you. We'll put you in a derelict old house with a crappy wheelchair and one person to take care of you.
Yeah, he lives in the house that fucking Mulder and Scully found the family that were screwing their mom.
Actually, I believe Elvis and JFK live downstairs.
Oh, yeah, right. Zombie adventure later. Then we've got Louis Gossett Jr. His character's name is Honey Roy Palmer.
Honey Roy Palmer.
Who could have been a contender. He won 33 out of 36 by knockout, 1 decision, and 2 losses. One of the losses was by decision as well.
Sure.
So
Same guy, though.
Real big deal. But he was always also on the con with Kane.
I guess he's the tin cup of boxing or something. I mean, it doesn't really make sense because, like, Platt says, he never got his shot. But then it sounds like he had a career.
Yeah, he was double dipping.
But then he was also conning folks.
Right.
And maybe, I don't know. It's all very gray.
Because his last
look over
fight.
Here. Don't look over here.
Yeah, his last fight, Kane threw in the towel on him, but he was faking being hurt so that they could work their betting thing on the side, which again seems to be quite underground boxing tournaments.
And wasn't counted in his official record because he lost the 2 fights to the same guy that wasn't the guy that they were talking about.
Exactly.
Don't look over here. Look over here.
Right.
So far, it's making total sense to me. Go on.
Any other characters we want to round out that actually
dogs.
have idioms? The dogs.
They are vicious attack dogs if they don't know you. And James Wood has to use a shirt to get close to the dogs.
Yeah, that's happened.
Yep.
Those dogs are in 3 shots of this film.
Yeah.
Right.
Stars.
I don't have a single note about them. Heather Graham, let's talk about her.
Sure.
She lives in the same town as Bruce Dern because apparently everything happens in this town. That's where the Diggs guy is from. That's why it's called Diggstown, the guy that got drugged. Bruce Dern owns this town. The prison that James Woods was in is just up the fucking street.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't, even though they call him Florida Man, which I don't know.
Maybe they think he's from Florida.
Yeah, whatever.
I guess it's...
Well, later he has a car with a Florida license plate.
Oh, nice catch.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why they call him Florida Man. But if you just got out of prison and then you came to this town to fuck this guy, why do you have a Florida plated car?
Right.
Because he's conning him. That makes sense now because that's why he never wears socks. And it's hurting his feet. Because it doesn't make any other sense now. I'm like, so he's putting on this out-of-town thing even though he's gonna do an inside job on this
Which
guy.
bears no relevance to the actual con that he does.
Nope.
So anyways, yeah. So Heather Graham lives in this town, and her brother is played by Tex. I don't know what her brother's name is.
Randall Tex Cobb is
Randall
Wolf.
Yeah, he's Wolf. Right. Who was a inmate with Kane in the prison, and they became buds. And Wolf told him all about this fucking place, Diggstown.
And the fix.
that Bruce Dern did. And so Kane decides this is where his next con job's gonna be. That's the start of the movie.
Convoy.
Con job. Okay. So he shows up in the
Yeah,
town.
he shows up.
Yeah. After
But
being-
not before
Okay.
sending his associate with the black hair,
Oliver Platt.
to start greasing up the town and taking advantage of them in poker and
Right.
drinking a bunch at the bar,
Yeah, because
being a loudmouth.
Oliver Platt is also a skilled confidence man as well. He's a card shark.
He's
a pool shark.
Yeah. He's more of a gambler.
Right. It seems like he's cheating. as
He's
well.
cheating.
Yeah.
The billiards part you can't cheat.
No.
But he obviously shows his skills as a mechanic with cards earlier in the film. So he's beating him at poker because he's a mechanic, and then he just is fortunate enough to be better at pool than all these yahoos.
Why is he a mechanic?
A mechanic is a nickname for somebody that is able to manipulate cards in a way that they can cheat with. And like their hands are so fast that you can't see them pulling cards, hiding cards, things like that. It's just a poker term for somebody that cheats by sleight of hand with cards.
Jackie, are you aware of the word euphemism? Why is he a shark? Does he eat people?
His tailbone is so large it looks like a fin when he swims.
He doesn't have bones. He's only cartilage. What happens if he stops moving? Does he sink?
He doesn't get cancer. I guess if he stops swimming, he'll die.
Right. Okay. So he's there laying on the opening round phase of this con by getting too drunk, making these outlandish bets, and taking the entire town for what they can in this small betting bar, essentially, including Bruce Dern's son's newly gifted Corvette.
1958 red and white Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my dad got me a car when I was in high school.
Well, your dad doesn't have $2 million in assets in high school.
My dad got me a Geo Metro.
Got a 1970 Datsun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, none of this fucking Corvette business.
Yeah. Let's think about this. If you're the rich guy's kid in town and your dad owns the entire town and fucked everybody out of their house, how long are you keeping that Corvette unvandalized?
Not very.
And why are you at the fucking bar? You are like
You're in high
17.
school. Yeah, this is 92, dude. The legal age was 21 well before this. Sorry, gang. But I guess if your dad owns the town, you get to do whatever you want.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a small town thing. You guys grew up in a small town.
I couldn't go to the bar when I was
Did they
18.
just-
Oh, yeah, man.
Did they just turn the other cheek
the
or what?
fucking locals would have beat us up.
We couldn't do anything. If you bought a comic with more boobs showing on the cover than he's buying the whole town knew before you got home that you bought the chesty comic book. That's how fast word spreads in a small town. That Sam kid, he likes the titties. You gotta call everybody and then call his dad after you call everybody else.
And then call all of his friends' mothers and say, I'm not sure if that Sam guy is on the up and up. He likes titties.
He likes titties.
He's 18.
And fortunately, my dad would be like, oh, okay, I guess you like the titties. That's good. Let me see this thing. Yep, those are big titties. All right, off you go.
All right, so Kane gets out of prison at some point while Oliver Platt is at the bar, and the timing here is very bad.
It looks because he's wearing the same fucking thing.
Wearing the same clothes as he visits Kane in prison.
So
he was wearing.
He gets drunk, and there is a line of dialogue. He's like, the pills would make it to where you wouldn't get drunk. But if it works in time and place, what he just did is like a 3-day runner on speed where he drinks the entire time
But nobody else can go home either.
No.
The people he's playing with. There's a townie there who's like bros with the kid, and
which explains
he's wearing the same clothes too.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. His truck's been parked out front for fucking 3 days and not get towed and blah blah blah. I don't. So
it's a small town, dude.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't care.
He's got his truck is like the awesome truck from the 80s, but it's like the 90s and no one cares now. But they're still like, yeah, this is amazing. And Jim Caviezel of The Thin Red Line and the guy who played Jesus comes out and says, I'd trade my dick for a truck like this.
Yep.
So as males, would you trade your dick for a truck?
For a Ford
Nope.
Dually.
Nope. Why? That's not even a... I'm not going to trade any of my body parts for anything.
Would you trade a station wagon for this truck?
Nope.
No.
Like, it sucks. It is a butt truck.
It's a butt truck.
It's a super butt truck. It is interesting that you bring up trading your dick for a butt truck, Jackie, because I think most people that own butt trucks have already traded their dick for something, because I'm trying to tie it into compensating and I can't get there. Anyways, so Kane gets out, gets a blowjob from some rando in his car.
From Abel.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, dude.
Come on.
He has like this
Too soon.
really butt convertible.
Right. It's a fucking Cadillac Catera.
It's a Catera. I
Yeah. Nobody liked those.
think. No.
Yeah. He goes to a loan shark, gets $500,000 from the loan shark. Hey, he's the bad guy in
Everything.
everything. I can't think of who that guy is.
He's got a pretty sweet ponytail.
Yeah. Then he goes to Bruce Dern's boxing ring, which is underground. Had a Corvette in it earlier today. And acts like just a general prick. He's just Captain Rudo. I mean, like, even if you know Bruce Dern's a bad guy, he's still being pretty prickish.
Yeah.
Well, he parks in his spot. He's sitting in his chair.
Right.
Getting his popcorn everywhere.
Like, I don't know. I get it's part of the con again, but why? How does this being a prick, like, I guess, baits
Yeah.
Bruce Dern into wanting to bet against him? Like, oh, I'll take that bet because I don't like you, out-of-towner type thing.
You can't sit in my chair and be a bigger dickhole than me.
Right.
I'm the dickhole that sits in that chair. I guess that's what he's doing.
Okay.
Well,
I'll get to that later. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the whole movie.
I would have poured soda on the floor. That would have been a really super dick move, because then when the other guy came, he'd been like, my floor's sticky.
But yeah, but do you see what people do with the popcorn later? People at that gymnasium are not caring about the janitorial services that happen later. They're making a mess.
They're making a mess.
Well, I blame the baked bean signs.
So they bet against each other about who knows more boxing shit than the other one. They bet $2,000 against the fight that's going on in front of them, but the whole thing's fucking rigged because it's Guillon's guy.
Sure.
And he gives them the thumbs down. The guy takes a flop and says, pay up, bucko.
Plus, it's like Wednesday afternoon in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody in here. Isn't this just practice matching?
Right.
Like, is this boxing practice?
Yeah.
We can't actually just be live boxing all the time in this town.
I don't think they can.
It even says like bi-monthly on the sign.
Right.
If it's bi-monthly, then this is the once or twice a month that happens and nobody's there.
Maybe
It's because everybody's across the street.
Getting taken to the cleaners by Oliver Platt, world's greatest gambler.
Well, then it seems like maybe Guillon should stop having boxing matches because he's going to be hemorrhaging all of his $2 million here pretty soon.
Or
He doesn't have $2 million. He's got $720,000.
And another $1.5 million in non-liquid assets, Jackie. He's worth $2 million. That is declared within this movie.
he could also close the bar because I guess he owns that.
Yeah, he owns the whole fucking place
if you're
except for
gonna
one ranch.
Have boxing, you can't like run the other show against it. You just sell beer at the match.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's doing a very good job of running this town.
No, he sucks.
He's going to lose it.
Plus, everybody still lives there, so he took all their houses, and he's like, "Well, you can still live here."
Well, maybe he could charge him rent.
I'd leave.
I'd fucking bail, dude. Of course.
Yeah, so he's done it in a way like, "Well, I own your house now, but You can just still live there.
And I own all the businesses, so you have to work for me. So I'm going to undercut your paycheck and double your rent.
And not sell you hot dogs.
And not sell you hot dogs
Yeah.
at your one entertainment resource.
I leave. The only way that you
leave.
stay
It's
is
too shitty.
is if it's free. You're like, oh, you're rubbing your dick in my eye, but free rent is free rent, so
mean,
whatever.
What am I going to do? Move to San Francisco? Pfft. Yeah. No, leave.
Leave.
Okay. I mean, like, you could say, somebody could make that argument like, well, I'm not leaving my grandfather's home. It's not your grandfather's home anymore. Bruce fucking Dern owns it.
Yeah. Don't bet the title to your house on boxing.
Right. If it's that fucking important to you, it's not that important to you. Just fucking leave.
So apparently there's only one non-dipshit in the entire town.
Right. Exactly.
Well, he was gone fishing.
Yeah, right. So we'll get into him here in a little bit as well. So Oliver Platt makes a $10,000 bet to the townies, who he's pretending to be drunk, or he is drunk, I don't know, but he makes a $10,000 bet that this guy he knows, Honey Roy Palmer, could take on any 10 men in this county. And the townies are like, oh, I'll take that bet. We're Diggstown. We had Diggs.
Yeah.
Was our guy. We're all about the boxing.
And then Bruce Dern shows up and he's like, well, wait a second. If we're making 10-1 bets on 10-1 odds and you're going to go 100-1 for the short end of a bet, I'll get in on it.
Right.
Because that's what happens is
Right.
that he puts 10,000 against 100,000 and then...
And I don't know where the 100,000 even came from, because Oliver Platt says, I'll bet $10,000.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Dern comes in and says, well, if you're betting $100,000, I'll bet $10,000. Wait, what?
Yeah, and then he's like, you got 2 cars out there worth $50,000.
Right.
The truck's not worth 25
Where'd
grand.
the $100,000 come from?
Well, the other 50 comes from James Woods.
Yeah.
But where nobody ever said, I will bet $100,000 that Honey Roy Palmer can beat up 10 men here.
Bruce Dern comes in and says, I'll raise it to 10,000 versus your 100,000, which is the worst deal in the universe.
I don't have 100,000. I have 10. I bet 10.
He says that, and then James Woods is like, I'll take it.
Right.
And so they're on the wrong side of the worst bet ever.
Right, indeed.
Which I guess is, even, you know that you're getting snowed if somebody makes you a bet like that. Like,
Yeah.
10-1 against 10-1? No, you're going to
No.
fuck me.
Right.
This is a 100% chance. The only way you make that bet is if it's fixed.
And everybody knows that you just go $1 to stop the bidding.
Right.
it's not hard.
Well, everybody knows that Bricktop is in charge of the whole fucking thing, and that's why you can't trust underground boxing tournaments, because there's always one guy who's gonna fist everybody and burn your mother's caravan down.
Yeah.
God damn it, idiots. Okay, so the next day, Kane comes over to Oliver Platt's motel room and was like, hey, so funny story. I don't actually have anybody to fight this, but I'm sure it'll go fine. I'm sure it'll go okay. It'll be great. Don't worry about it. And Oliver Platt's like, okay, well, hold on. I'm going to go yak. And so Kane goes down to wherever Honey Roy Palmer's gym is at, which is apparently the Y.
Yeah, he goes down to the Y. It's not a nice one.
No.
And he starts conning Palmer.
Kind of.
He's baiting him.
Palmer baits himself into this whole fucking thing.
No, he's like, oh, I'm mad at you still, but I totally I'm in on whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
He's in the second he walks in. They're playing slapdick with each other.
It's the fucking Lando Calrissian deal.
Well, you know that, and they have to show that he doesn't have anything, right? He lost it all after the last deal went south, which
Right.
was supposedly 2 years ago, but now he's like 60.
He's 48 years old.
He's 48 years old, so apparently his boxing career was very late to start.
Right.
Because later we find out that he started boxing in the
70s?
last fight that he had was in the 1978, and now it's 1992,
Right.
and he's 60 years old.
No, he's 48.
48.
Doesn't line up.
Yeah, so
at
the timing
all.
doesn't line up. But he lives right next to the freeway. It's a crappy little house. And, you know, his wife is obviously like, you better go get me some money or I'm just, fuck you. Fuck you for fucking putting us here, you fucking fuckity fuck.
I don't get that at all. He's volunteering at the Y and he has a house and food. It seems like he's retired.
Well, that too.
And they seem to
House
be having a
and
nice
food?
time. Yeah, well, he's not working. You don't get paid for volunteering at the Y.
Well,
And
that's
they-
not true, though. The YMCA, they'll pay you to teach classes.
He's volunteering. He said so.
It did say he's volunteering teaching boxing at the YMCA.
Oh,
So he's not getting paid.
He's retired.
He's retired.
wow.
He's doing okay.
He's doing
He's
fine.
wearing a polo shirt.
He's being very frugal with his money because you have to when you retire at 48 and you don't have any money.
When you're retired at 48, you've done pretty well.
Yeah, so you got to live in a little apartment that's next to the freeway sometimes. My Uncle Fred lives next to the train tracks. You think that doesn't get crazy? It does.
He's fighting off the hobos left and right.
Yeah, you live next to the train tracks, dude. It gets pretty wild.
They have weird parties.
You have weird parties.
There's a lot of plastic bottles and 17 magazines.
Yeah.
You're like, really? Ew.
Yeah, the freeway's nothing to worry about. The train tracks, pretty rough stuff. So, anyways, so he's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And they go back to Diggstown, and they find a place to train, which I don't know why he needs to train because this whole thing happens in a week. I mean, I guess you need to train, but you
2
don't even
weeks.
know who you're fighting.
Yeah.
Like, the list isn't done.
No.
Who you're fighting. So, what do you train? Lift these weights.
Well, you gotta do is throwing the punches.
Yeah, but he's already doing that at the Y.
No, he's just telling kids what to do.
Well, here's the deal. I read this article this week.
Because volunteering
Oh.
at the Y isn't beating the shit out of kids.
Well, you think that.
Okay, so back to my article before we all decided that he was using kids as punching bags.
Right.
Yeah, I read that if you're like super fucking fat,
Okay.
that you can stop a bullet from hitting your internal
That
organs.
is 100% not true.
And so I'm saying, why even work out?
I mean, I guess define bullet, but no, they did that on MythBusters. They couldn't even do it with a 22. It hits you in the organs every time. I mean, they stacked like 6 freaking ballistic gels, and it made through half of them, which would be like a 10,000 pound dude. No, you can shoot a guy. It's just water, Jackie. It's just water.
Anyway, he should just get fat, and then when they punch him, it'll be like, bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah, you can't get hit in the chest by a cannonball. I've seen that. That's pretty cool.
Well, I think you just only put so much powder in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure, a non-gun, okay, yeah. I mean, define bullet, define gun, define all that shit. But no, a store-bought 22, which is the smallest caliber you can, that's an actual gun. No. Don't get fat. You're not bulletproof.
But if you're Butterbean, you're fun to watch fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and we all know how this town feels about fat people.
Right.
They do.
Because they yell at their fat people several times during this movie.
Guy's not even fat.
Get up, you fat fuck!
He's like in pretty good shape.
No, these people are dicks in this town. They deserve everything.
I guess.
So anyways, he finds this place to train, which is a barn, which again, even if he's volunteering at the Y, he could probably be like, guys, hey, I've been doing this for a couple years now. He's probably well loved at this Y. They've got better equipment than a fucking barn.
Well, he even says that he gets to work out there for free.
Right? Why did they come back to Diggstown to work out in a barn?
I don't know, because it's a barn.
Right.
It has a wrestling ring in it.
No, it's a boxing ring,
Oh.
Jackie. It's the one where Diggs had his last training at. So we got to have I know why. Because that James Howard son of a bitch. He's got to play the fucking chimes like 60 times, like, ooh, the magic of boxing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they only played the chimes when he was near Diggs.
Yeah, well, this is near Diggs, the spirit of Diggs.
Yeah, that's where Diggs trained before he became the big thing. That's where he beat 5 guys in practice.
Yeah. Ugh. All right. Which sets up. Oh, I wanted to point out one more thing. That's the whole reason I brought this up is this training barn is the only property that Bruce Dern doesn't own because the guy who owns it Diggs used to work for him. And so on Diggs's last big fight, he went fishing.
Because he knew it was fixed.
Oh, what?
He doesn't like what's-his-face. He knew he could...
Then why didn't you tell everybody else? Don't bet on this. You stupids, it's fixed.
They
He probably got a cut of it.
I think what happened is he probably tried. And everybody's on board with this big shot Bruce Dern, whatever.
Have you met him? He's a fucking dick.
Yeah, they were all mesmerized by it. And he's like, all right, dickheads, go get fucked. I'm going to go fishing.
Or tell Diggs, hey, don't do this match. This guy's going to fucking poison you.
He's already been mesmerized by him. He's his manager.
I guess that's a good point. Oh, fuck. I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like, well, yeah, I went fishing. Diggs trained here. He worked for me. He's a real good guy. Got a heart of gold. But I went fishing.
Well, he also is a farmer, and once Diggs becomes a boxer, he's like, good luck, son. I still have to work here at this farm because I own it.
Not on the day he goes fishing. I still say you go to the Diggs match and do everything you can.
You don't have to bet on it.
You don't go fishing. He's supportive.
Maybe he doesn't like boxing, really. He's just
He has a ring in his barn.
He has a ring in his barn.
He likes it a certain amount.
Okay, so they train there. We get a montage. It sucks. And we have to note that Bruce Dern, Guion's character, has a spy that's spying on Palmer.
The plastic hat guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says, let's make it smooth.
Yeah.
I think that's an MC Hammer hat.
Oh, cool.
He's the scout, because
Right.
he came in and introduced Platt to all the people to screw over.
Right. No, he's an inside man. He did time with Kane, so he's double dipping. But he's sabotaging the spying. He's a double agent.
He's an small town underground boxing double agent, because you can have those.
Right. Okay. So their plan is, once they get this list of the 10 men that Palmer's going to fight, they're going to work some prison stuff. They're going to pay off some of these guys to also take dives. So they're cheating at the underground boxing to begin with, which is very not noble or admirable.
No, they're going to put their own fix on it.
Right.
That's right. So would you let somebody punch you in the face for $5,000?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Because that's what they're offering, right? We'll give you $5,000. He punches you in the face, you go down.
Dude, totally. I would totally do that. I get punched in the face all the time for free because I'm an ass.
I'm not part of the WBO. I'll take a dive because I'm not even a boxer.
Right.
Like,
we don't even have to do it in the fucking ring, Sam. Just pay me $5,000 and punch me in the face.
Yeah,
I am down.
Like, we got this up-and-coming boxer. We're going to pay you $5,000 to take a dive. Like, just fucking pay me $5,000 to do the fight. I'm not going to win.
Right.
I'm not a boxer.
Yeah. I'll just flab around for a little
I'll put
bit.
on a show. I mean, I'm going to punch myself out in like 45 seconds.
Pretty tired.
I wonder if you like tripped and hit your face on the corner.
Uh-huh.
If you knocked yourself out, would that be a knockout for the other guy?
Well, according to the rules of the underground boxing tournament that doesn't have rules, you have to get into the ring.
Yeah.
So you can't do it on the stairs as you're on your way up. You got to get into the ring, dance a little bit, trip over your own shoelaces, and then hit the corner buckle.
In between the bells, if you go down, it doesn't matter how you're out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just saying, I'd probably let somebody punch me in the face for $5,000.
That's not really a tough one.
It's not a tough one.
If I only have to take one punch.
If it's from Tyson, I have to think about it for a second. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, some people you don't want them punching you in the face.
It's going to suck.
It's gonna
how much
suck.
am I going to spend at the hospital?
Yeah.
Is it $5,000 plus hospital bills? Because my leg's going to come off if Tyson punches me.
Well, wonder if you lost a tooth or something.
Well, that's not $5,000. I mean, that's,
That's probably
that's a
about
bummer. You don't even need to go to the doctor
of
for that.
dental, because dentists are highway robbery now.
Right. But that's optional. You don't need that tooth. You don't need, you need all of them, right? But you don't need one.
Wear a mouthpiece. They didn't specify that.
Yeah, right.
And I get to wear one of those headgear things.
Well, at that point, why don't they just give you $5,000 to fan you if it's hot, right? You want some grapes with that? Cleopatra?
Here's
Jesus.
Here's $5,000 and a hand job. Jesus.
How about you just kiss me on the cheek and I still get the 5 Gs? What?
Okay. Apparently, I ramped it up too far because you had to go back to the kissing on the cheek. I said hand job.
That's gross. Kissing is innocent, especially when not done on the lips.
Yeah, dude, when you say hand job to a woman, we're like, oh, pass.
When you
It's just
say
going to
that-
be a weird fumbling.
When you say that
And-
to me, it's a power pass.
So I tug on it and you don't like it? Yeah, let's just do something else.
How long ago was it that we just did this segment?
Every week, I believe.
Okay, there we go. So that's their plan. They're going to pay off these guys. Some of them, not all of them, but it's going to be enough that Palmer can handle the rest, even though he doesn't know the entire lineup, because that's fucking exposed at the end, which doesn't make sense, so it's stupid. Another thing about Heather Graham. At some point, she finds out that they're paying off the boxers, and I guess she's grumpy about it.
So the guy, Bruce Dern owns everything, including the bank. She works for the bank manager, so she's in on.
She knows how much Bruce Dern's
pinch.
worth, right?
And that what he's doing, like where his cash is going to fund things and all of that.
Right, but she's mad at Kane.
Yeah,
she storms in and is like, "You're paying off boxers? That's not cool." And storms off, and then she ends up in his car. And they're on their way to pick up Wolf at the train station because he's getting out of jail. And
he wasn't supposed to get out for another week.
Right, but Kane's like, don't say anything to him about paying off the boxers and stuff. You know, keep that on the doodle until he's out, until we get him. Because I don't want all these guys finding out that we're cheating. And she's like,
This is when they go to pick Wolf up?
Right, and he's fucking dead.
No, so they ship him from prison naked, face down in a crate.
In a pine box.
It's not even a pine. It's a crate.
Well, it is a box.
Yeah.
It's made of pine. But it's a shipping crate.
It's a shipping crate.
And they took his pants off.
Yeah, he's naked, face down in a crate.
And he's not supposed to get out of prison for another week.
What has happened? I know what has happened via brief dialogue, but Wolf found out. Wolf is from this town.
Yes.
Wolf found out that Guion was tranking Diggs to kill him or to make him not win. And so therefore Guion sabotaged his life by saying that he was the county's drug runner.
Yeah.
And shipped him to prison. But then when he gets out of prison for that crime that he didn't commit, he's like, well, I can't have you telling everybody, so I'm just going to have you killed and then put in a pine box and take your pants off.
Yeah.
Why didn't he kill him before he went to jail? If the whole reason was, well, he knows about the Diggs thing, then why'd you send him to jail, then kill him? Why not just kill him?
Well, I think the warden kills him.
Why? Why did the warden kill him?
Because the warden hates James Woods so much. Because before James Woods was there, in the... I wrote this down because it seems very suspect. In the 18 years that he's worked there, before Woods, there was only 6 escapes, which seems like a lot still.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have any.
Like, that's kind of like you should be fired.
Right.
That's a lot.
You are not good at
That's
wardening.
Like every 2 years, somebody escapes.
Yeah. Here,
Well, and
let
he
me
says,
help you with that.
In my entire 18 years, we've only had 6 escapes, 5 of which have been since you got here 2 years ago.
Just quoted Sam.
Oh, so he had 5.
No, I didn't just quote Sam. I cleared it up. But you know what? If you had the brain of a super goddess, then yeah, you would be able to define detail too. It's fine.
Can I clarify something? When Sam talks, do you just check out?
Sometimes. Sometimes it's like I'm waiting for the toilet humor, and when it doesn't come, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because that's exactly what Sam just said. You direct quoted him.
No, I didn't.
From 2 sentences before he started talking.
Yeah, either way, so he's pissed at James Woods' character.
But, see...
So he's pissed at James Woods' character.
God damn it, Jackie.
We're playing Shadow. I had to watch an episode of Friends with my mom.
She's playing Dickhead.
That's what Shadow is.
Yeah. And not to mention that this whole movie is about dickheads.
Right.
So, you know what? I'm just in with the spirit of the film.
Yeah. All right, your method acting. Why'd he take his pants off?
Why is he naked face down in a crate? You can't do that.
And why did he ship him still? That dead guy was on a train to his hometown.
He shipped him like that to... Yeah.
Boy, this seems like maybe somebody on the train's going to be like, wait, we didn't have a pine box in our manifest. What's in there? We need to look at there. It could be a fucking bomb or something.
No, it's on the manifest. It's a crate of a certain size. I take it.
Let's hear. We're missing Wolf on our passenger manifest. We were supposed to have him.
Well, this is a freight
but
train.
Instead, we've got a pine box.
Well, he wasn't supposed to get out of prison for another week.
So there's just some pine box that magically appears on a fucking train?
They come off and on all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
all
they
right.
gets there, and the people that are like, "Oh, this is for us," and then they open it up, and it's like, "There's a man dead, face down in here, naked."
There seems to be a lot of flies swarming around this crate that we don't have on the manifest. Maybe we should take a look. I mean, no, don't worry about it. We're dropping off pipe boxes all the goddamn time. We're a freight train. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, they got peaches in the next cart. There's flies everywhere.
Yeah. And you know what? My favorite is that the police, when these people are walking by the police and, the hearse goes in there to pick up his body, and the police are like, yeah, there's a dead guy over there. You should go take a look.
Right?
It's not nothing to see here. It's like, hey, get a load of this.
Yeah.
There's a dead naked guy.
I am still saying that this is a terrible plan from the warden because, what you do is you get your guy up on the tower and he's got a gun, and then you take the guy outside and be like, so you're leaving in a week. I just wanted to wish you a good trip. And then you turn around and give the signal and he pops him. And then you say the guy who died while he was escaping. You call the other guy and be like, hey, so I got a funny story. Your brother's dead because he tried to get out of here. That's how you get away with murder in prison. You don't put him on a fucking train and be like, here's your brother.
Or you don't kill a guy.
I took his pants off
for something that you should have killed him for 10 years ago,
right.
in order to give your adversary more motivation
People
to
are
beat
going to
you.
be asking questions. You don't want to do that when you're involved in crime. Okay, so Tex is out, I guess. He's not in this movie anymore.
I thought here, this is where I sort of developed my own theory of what was going to happen in this movie, because it couldn't possibly just play it straight as it was, and it did.
Right.
So I was like, because I thought he was going to be fine.
Right.
I thought this was part of the fix.
Right.
To get her in was that he was playing dead, because you don't show up at a train station naked, face down in a box.
Right.
Or you do.
And she's like, the whole town's going to hate him. And James Wood is like, he's going to have the biggest funeral you've ever seen. And then he does have the biggest funeral she's ever seen. The whole town shuts down. There's fucking flowers lining the street. There's a fucking goddamn 15-piece gospel choir singing outside of his grave. Last I heard, this guy was falsely accused kingpin of drug crime in this county.
These dickheads.
We're all on opium now because of him.
Well, they also were hard into gambling, so maybe they like drugs too.
Yeah, right.
My favorite is that his coffin is being pulled on a flatbed trailer. It's just put a bunch of flowers on it behind a truck.
Sure. Well,
He's a big guy.
Small town. Right. Tex Cobb is. Okay, so the town's motivation is super stupid. Let's get into fight night. It's now fight night.
Fight morning.
Fight morning.
It's 12:01 a.m. Time to fight.
Yeah, I'm pretty confused about the scheduling here, but I will get into that later. Keon gives his boys some little pep talk and like what you guys are going to do. I just need the first 4 of you guys to fight him. I don't know why somebody can't knock him out in the first, but I whatever you guys do, don't knock him out. But I want you to blind him. I want you to take out his other eye. I want you to smash up his tummy, and then I want you to bash in his brains.
Yeah, I think he's ultimately unconfident that any of these people could beat a professional boxer, even at the age of 50, is where he's at. So he's like, you're going to get your ass kicked, but if you can hit him in the eye a couple of times, then he'll hit him in the other eye a couple of times. Then maybe this guy can work the body. And by the time we get to our 5th guy, he might be starting to get tired because you guys are a bunch of pushovers.
So that's strategy?
Yeah.
Why not just say, go out there and whip his ass?
Because they can't. They're a bunch of fucking
They don't
yokels.
need to know that. They don't need to know that.
It doesn't matter if they know it or not.
Go out there and fight hard, and then they go out there and fight hard.
No, they're going to get their ass kicked. He's a professional boxer.
But the outcome is still the same. Why tell them that you suck? You suck.
Yeah.
And but do the best you can, I guess, because it doesn't matter because my 10th fighter is my fucking secret weapon. And that's what I'm setting this all up for a stunning reveal. Is that what he's doing here?
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was more like, at this point in the film, I was thinking, oh, okay, so he not only wants to win, he wants to maim this guy so bad like he did Diggs, that this guy's never coming back.
Which serves no benefit
Because
to
he's
him.
already retired.
Right.
Well, he's just a vindictive asshole.
Yeah.
Be vindictive about something that's going to benefit you. This is a bad villain. Anyways, so first guy comes in. He goes down.
Yeah, the guy that's supposed to work the right eye doesn't. The guy that's supposed to work the left eye can't even take a dive right.
Right. Kane and Guion are continually amping up their bet as the first few fighters are going up.
This is where my next theory is busted because this betting starts happening, and I had thought what they were going to do was just prop up this $100,000 loss on an actual heist of his
Cash.
cash at his house or the bank or whatever, right? And this is just a distraction. But then once the escalating starts happening, I was like, oh no, this is just the plan.
This is just the plan.
Oh.
What a con. Third guy. He's a high schooler with some headgear.
Jim Caviezel.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. He calls Louis Gossett Jr. the N-word.
Yep, and gets his ass kicked for it.
Gets his ass kicked.
And then even spanked afterwards.
Yeah, right.
And the town loves it. They're like, yep, that's funny.
Then we get to the fourth guy. And they slip him a Mickey.
They call it the brown bottle special?
Right.
Yeah, it's not a Mickey, dude.
Well.
It's a laxative in a bottle. It's a non. Let me tell you a little story.
Oh, good.
So laxatives don't really taste like anything.
They can taste like chocolates.
They can taste like chocolate.
Uh,
What about the kind that go in your butt? Do they taste like anything? You ever tried them?
If you eat it out of somebody's butt, it tastes like butt.
yeah, tastes like turd,
Okay.
sweaty asshole. I mean, however you really want to describe that.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way. That you just put it in your butt. You don't put it in someone else's butt and then have them shoot it into your mouth. That's not how an anal laxative works orally. You just put it in your butt.
Yeah, one finger.
I did that wrong. I should have read the instructions.
Oh, I'm totally sidetracked now. I can't remember what
my
I was
home
talking
life
about.
was weird for like a week
Laxatives,
after
they
that.
don't taste like anything.
Yeah, so they just put laxatives in his water.
Right, okay. Potato. I'm going to call it slipping him a Mickey. The whole point is they're slipping him a Mickey so that he goes down.
Mickey's not a good beer.
Jake, I don't think you know what a Mickey is. Maybe...
A roofie.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's not even really
a roofie is totally something different than
That's
a Mickey.
what James Woods did to Heather Graham, probably.
Yeah, usually a Mickey makes the guy pass out. The job is still accomplished, or putting something in his drink to make him not be able to win this boxing fight.
Well, he didn't get a Mickey. He got a laxative straight up because he's got the tuba farts, and he shits himself hardcore on the stage.
I actually laughed my ass off on this because
they're bad farts. They're bad fart foley.
There's a point where like the farts are stupid, and then you're like, it goes past that.
And
then
anytime
it
you
keeps
have
going
too many
past
farts in a
it.
movie, go past the farts aren't funny anymore. You have to go past
You
that.
gotta go 3 times farther than you think,
right.
and then double it.
Right.
And they did that, and I laughed my ass off because the farts did not stop.
It's also funny, not when just a guy's like, uh-oh, I got the toots, but when you get hit in the tummy and it causes farts to come out.
No, he's like speed bagging this guy's tummy.
That's good comedy.
And the guy's like not being hurt from the punches. He's like, oh. It's not from the punching. It's from what the punches are breaking loose.
You cracked a rib right there.
Don't care. I'm about to crack a rib. I'm about to rib boo.
My pants are going to get ruined. Yeah, that is the funniest part. I think it's intended to be the funniest part, but I think we're laughing at it and that it's terrible fucking comedy. And absolutely hilarious. Okay, so that's our fourth guy. He runs out of the ring because he got to poo. In the locker room, Guion has one of the younger 2 brothers who were paid to throw the fight tied up. He's the second fighter, went down. He did a bad job of faking it. So Guion's like, hey, wait a minute, that kid's faking boxing. I've seen that before because it takes one to know one.
And he's like, when they get the payoff, the older brother says, hide this somewhere good. No one can find it.
Right.
So he hides it under the seat of the pickup.
Yep.
And then they drive that pickup to the boxing match.
Correct.
And then Bruce Dern finds it.
And then does a bad job of faking fighting.
Yeah.
And
You know, why didn't they just say, I sold some drugs to get that money? That's not a payoff.
did you? I saw what you did in the ring. No, this kid's a dum-dum, Jackie.
He's not good.
Yeah, faking a fight is really easy to do, especially if you're a boxer. Just throw a couple punches and then set yourself up. Ting, done. You know, you're the second fighter, you're a kid, but he doesn't even do that. He just stands there and holds up his arms and gets punched a bunch. And Louis Gossett Jr. is even like, dude, kid, throw a punch or you're going to get killed. And he doesn't. So the kid's dum-dum. So anyways, he's tied up. And Guillaume tells the older brother, hey, dude, you're going to have to beat this guy or I'm going to fucking kill your kid brother.
Yeah. He's already hanging him.
Yeah.
And there's somebody sitting there with a gun
Right.
at him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe say something. Maybe go over to James Wood and be like, hey, so here's the deal. They got my kid brother in there. What do I do? Should I call the cops? No, the cops are dirty.
Cops are dirty.
But I'm a smart con man. I'll come up with a plan, right?
He doesn't say, you know what, you're right, you caught us, I'm going to do my damnedest.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Dern says to him, if you don't beat him, I'm killing your brother.
Right.
You're fucked. You're not going to beat him. He's a professional boxer.
No,
you're
he's
just some
better at it
townie.
than you are. So he goes out there, fights Louis Gossett Jr., does his best. Louis Gossett Jr. is like, hey, dude, you're supposed to take a dive. He doesn't say anything. He just keeps fighting harder and harder and harder and harder. Does some damage.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a poker in the fight, or however you say that. You know, interest. He's vested.
He's interested in this match. Yes.
That might be underselling it.
Yeah.
But Louis Gossett Jr. puts him on the mat anyways.
It goes on for 3 rounds
Mm-hmm.
because they're confused as to what's going. Wait, he's not on the fix anymore,
Right.
And then the second that he's like, I guess he's not fixed anymore, so knock him out. And then he does, just turns on the good boxing, knocks
Right.
his ass out real fast,
Right.
And then the kid brother gets hung.
Yeah, the faked suicide. And Bruce Dern's like, hey, I guess he couldn't handle the loss, or whatever he fucking says.
Thought he was gonna win the fight for real because he
Yeah.
works at a tractor store and he's
Yep.
gonna beat this professional boxer
Correct.
at boxing.
Yeah, all right.
I always think that when I get into the boxing ring.
Yeah. You have to. Yeah.
Yeah, positive attitude,
Otherwise,
right?
what are you doing there, right?
Yeah.
And eventually you're going to win.
Don't get in the ring if you don't think you can win. Haven't been in one of those since I was 14.
Never have. Okay, because, I'm not.
If you envision it, it'll come to you.
Oh, yeah,
isn't
okay.
that,
All right.
isn't that the secret?
Yeah, Costner.
And then, I'll get in there and I get my ass kicked every fucking time. So I don't know what's wrong with the secret.
You don't believe in it enough. All right, so I guess it's intermission now. Is it intermission because the kid's dead and the whole town's like, hey, that kid is dead? Or is it because they had an actual scheduled intermission after the fourth boxer?
I think it's because the kid is dead.
No, because they
Then
go
the
back.
whole thing is moot.
And then they come back the next night. So it's not beating 10 guys in a row. It's like beating 5 guys in a row twice.
It's beating 4 guys to start, and then help me out here unless I miss a boxer. We'll get to that at the end. We're on number 4
No,
right
this
now.
is number 5.
It's number 5.
Okay, first guy was supposed to punch him in the face. He didn't.
Didn't.
Second guy was the kid,
the
brother.
dive guy.
The third guy is the high schooler with the headgear. Oh, then the farts guy.
Then the farts guy.
Then the
this
fifth guy is the brother. Okay, all right. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
5 guys.
Okay, we're at him. Okay, they're good. Okay, so yeah, it's fight 5 guys. Take a break. Take as long as you need.
Take as long as you need.
It looks like they're gone for 2 days
Right.
before he comes
Then
back.
it's not fighting 10 men.
And I
That
don't
is not
know-
the Royal Rumble.
To me, I'd rather just get it all out of the way because once you get hit in the face like that, your eye is going to fucking swell shut.
Yeah, I don't know.
You might as well at that point just keep going because once that swelling
Yeah,
and
but you're
bruising and
gassed,
stuff
too.
come in,
No matter what, you're gassed.
you're not going to be able to
No.
see as well. Your hands are going to be fucking throbbing and hurting. You're not going to be able to push
can't.
past the pain.
Either way, if I'm Bruce Dern, if I'm like, wait, he's going to fight 10 guys? Yeah, well then why don't we give him a break? And no, he has to fight 10 guys. That is the bet. You fight 5 guys and then 5 guys at another point. That's not fighting 10 guys.
It's not.
That's fighting 5 guys twice.
Yep.
That's not it. Oh, well, how about I fight 10 guys once every 6 months? That's not fighting 10 guys. You got to fight 10 guys.
Plus, if you take a break, you're going to seize up.
Right, that too. Like, it's just, the bet's off. The bet is off. Anyways, so.
But it's not. It's just getting bigger.
Yeah, I guess this was the fucking whole plan. So, Gion's men nab Kane. Or no, not Gion's Kane. The loan sharks men nab Kane and threaten to kill him. Hey, you better get this done unless, otherwise we're going to kill you. So there's a little motivation there. He's pissed now. He wants all the money. Not just the money that's bet. He wants all of the money. Gion's fortune. The $2 million, in non-liquid assets, plus the $720,000 he's got in the bank account. So he bets him, and Gion's like, okay.
I hate you so much. It's my life against yours.
Yeah.
That's how.
Sort of. It's actually just his life against his money.
Yeah, but he's wrecked. Ruined.
Yeah, but that's not his life. James Woods is betting his life. That loan shark is going to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Gion gets a fax that shows that his spy is a double agent because he did time with Kane. Who's he getting these faxes from?
The sheriff. He calls the sheriff and says, I want to know anybody who's been in prison or been associated with Kane.
The sheriff has access to that information in 1992?
No, so he calls the warden, who obviously hates James Woods.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I didn't understand that. So
and
he calls
knows
the
that?
warden.
He knows that?
And the warden puts facsimiles into his hands.
The prison doesn't have a fax machine. This is 1992. We barely had fax machines back then.
This guy lets people escape and tries to shoot people in his office.
Right.
He might have a fax machine.
Yeah, he spent all the money.
He's a loose fucking cannon.
Well, that, and how long is this guy sitting there? Because, watching the faxes come through, because there's a pile of paper on the floor, and you just see him, sitting on a table, just watching them come through until he recognizes somebody.
Right.
Also, I want to know everybody that was in prison with him. That's 600 dudes.
600 over a span of 2 years? I bet you that's 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah, dude. No. This is a max security prison, man. Sort of. They get a little loosey goosey with.
I mean, they let people escape.
Yeah, but he's clearly an escape risk, so they have to put him in maximum security. The judge is going to send him to maximum security. Whether the warden does a good job of keeping people in maximum security, it has nothing to do. He's sentenced to maximum security. Anyways, so they beat this guy up and stick him in a locker.
Yeah.
You're a double agent.
Though they took his plastic hat.
Not my hat!
And that's what he, talks about once they cut his mouth free with the dullest pair of scissors ever.
Why didn't they kill this guy? They killed a kid!
They're just sending a message.
What's the message?
We know that this is a con.
It's underground illegal gambling on boxing. It's always a con.
I don't know
why. They put a naked man in a box.
They put a naked dead guy in a box.
I don't know why you keep saying it's underground.
Jackie, it's literally underground. When they go down the stairs to get to the boxing gym, they literally go underground.
It is lower than ground level.
It is anything that is non-sanctioned boxing tournaments is called underground boxing, Jackie. You can't do it.
But this is actually underground. It's in the basement.
It's literally underground.
Oh, all right.
In both meanings of the word underground, it is both of them. Okay, so you think HBO's there, Jax? No, it's unsanctioned boxing. So Kane busts into Gion's house and he's like, here's the deal. I got your message and it pisses me off and I want everything. I'm betting $1.5 million. Can I bet $1.5 million? So the loan shark happens to be at Gion's breakfast.
Everybody lives with Gion.
I guess.
I don't get that. The judge lives there. The banker lives there.
The warden lives there.
The sheriff lives there. They're all having eggs and toast together.
fucking Mork and Mindy live there.
And they're eating off of somebody's china, some old lady's china, so...
Balky lives there. Everybody lives there. The Terminators live there.
The Terminators. I can't even go anywhere.
Gutenberg's living there. Sally Jesse
I think
Raphael lives there.
So they have the same hair, it's just different colored. Maybe they are Terminators. Sally Jesse and Gutenberg are Perminators.
Oh boy. There's the puns again.
Yeah. At least it went somewhere.
Yeah, it did. So he's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's bet $1.5 million. I'll bet everything I got. The sixth guy comes in. He's got jean shorts.
This guy is fucking ridiculous. I'm not sure if he's on the payoff or what the deal is with this
I think
fucking
he's
turd.
paid, but the crowd fucking loves him. He's
I would.
like Don Flamenco from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yeah. He's fun. He's a crowd favorite. He's
Yeah.
got cutoffs. He dances. He smokes a
He's
cigar.
got roses in his teeth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The whole thing. And then he takes one
Takes
punch to
one
the chin and goes down. So, yeah, I think he was on the take. Or he's a Mondo Poos.
Which I guess the plan A at the beginning to work on him a little bit so that they can take him down with the ringer has failed so miserably that he's just like, oh, just fucking go out there and take a dive. You assholes aren't going to hit him anyway.
Yeah, let's just get to the ringer.
Yeah.
Which is, his kid is next. Guion's kid. He's like, hey, so what I want you to do is I want you to go up there. I want you to look him right in the eye. Then walk away.
It's like, no, Dad, I can fight him. No, you can't. You're fucking 15.
Yeah,
and
dude.
he's a professional boxer.
Yeah, you bet your Corvette that I just bought you. You didn't even get to drive it, you idiot. No, you're out. So he does. He goes up there and turns around, I guess, is either according to what Sam...
Around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I pull a punch.
All right, it's gone. I was hoping you guys were going to change the lyrics at some point to make it Diggstown related, and you didn't.
No.
I said pull a punch.
Oh, I thought you said
Ooh,
fall
nice.
apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't even listen to me. What, do you just tune out every time I talk?
What?
What are you doing in my house?
Who the fuck are you?
All right, so the kid goes, he's the sixth guy. The seventh guy comes out. He's the poker loser from the bar against Oliver Platt.
He's the dirty fighter.
He's the dirty fighter. He kicks Palmer in the balls and then punches out the ref
Uh-huh.
and then gets DQ'd, but still fights everybody, and then Palmer beats the shit out of him.
Beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Gets him mad. Gets into his head.
Okay.
That's what Dern says anyway.
The eighth guy is huge. He's like a wrestler size.
This is the Hammer.
Yeah,
You beat
no,
him.
no, it's not. There's a guy before that, Jackie.
Yeah.
Nice
Oh, there
reveal.
was?
Yeah, the eighth guy is huge, and he doesn't appear to care about the rules because he just uses wrestling rules.
Yes, he's got him in headlocks. He does the body slam.
He picks him up. He does the fucking chuck a guy move, which I don't think is
No,
legal.
This is like Rocky versus Hulk Hogan at the beginning of Rocky 3.
Yeah, he pins his arm behind his back and punches him in the ribs. Again, non-sanctioned boxing,
Yeah.
Jackie, is underground boxing. If there's no rules to the boxing, then it's not boxing.
And it's also in a basement.
And it's also underground.
Okay.
He gets knocked out anyways, even though he cheats. Or does he cheat? I don't know what the rules of this underground boxing are.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
The ninth guy comes in, and he's Hammerhead Hankin, the only guy that's ever beat Joe Louis. Sugar Ray Leonard.
Plumber.
Honey
Roy
Palmer.
Palmer.
Okay, all right. And they're like, no way, dude, that's not, he doesn't live here. Oh, yeah, he moved here 2 days before you signed an agreement.
That's the only guy you ever lost to, except for the guy that you lost to when I threw in the towel when we were together the last time we saw each other.
Yeah. Right.
You
Oh.
lost to two guys, but this is one of them, and we're scared now.
And this guy is 20 years younger.
What the fuck?
How is he?
How is this guy
No.
fighting back in 1978?
This guy's like 30.
Yeah, he would have been 10.
He's ripped as he's like Tiny Zeus Lister big. When Tiny Zeus Lister was like big and not fat big.
Yeah, he doesn't make sense.
He doesn't make sense.
And it got really confusing because their clothes are the same color and so are their boxing gloves. So it was really kind of hard to figure out who was hitting who.
All right. Anyways, they fight a bunch. It's a bunch. And eventually it comes down to Kane being like, I'm throwing in the towel. No, not yet. You don't get to decide that because that's how boxing works. But I guess we're underground, so it doesn't really matter the rules.
Yeah, because if the manager throws in the towel, it doesn't matter if the boxer gets up and throws it out. The manager threw in the towel.
Right.
But it doesn't matter because James Woods isn't the manager. The old guy with the hearing aids is the manager.
There you go.
So they're just tossing, they're playing catch with a towel.
So he's down, and he looks up, and he sees Diggs is there, looking down on him. And he's like, not in Diggs's house. So he stands up and punches out Hammerhead Hank.
Yeah, Diggs moves his hand.
Yeah, and he starts to cry.
Oh.
He's got a tear in his eye.
Oh, boy.
And then his hand moves, and he's like, I'm going to do it.
Do what?
Kick this guy's ass.
Okay.
Secret.
Yeah.
And this is the point where I realized that the movie that I thought was going to happen that would have actually been an interesting plot, where one, Wolf is still alive, part of the thing. He's on the side heist.
Right.
The fight is just a ruse for that.
Uh-huh.
And that Dern actually did do a thing to win the fight, which was the last fighter was going to be Diggs himself, knowing that Louis Gossett Jr. could never punch him out because he loves him too much.
Oh, man, I would have kind of liked that movie a lot more, Sam.
It was a I should have wrote this. I would have done a better job.
Yeah, you were 13, but bad timing.
Bad timing.
Right? Yeah. Blame your parents for not fucking earlier.
I think they did.
Oh, damn
They
it.
just didn't they didn't screw up that time like they did with me.
Oopsie. So yeah, he punches him out, but Guion's got a fast one. He's got one more boxer. Wait, what? I fought 10. No, you didn't. My son's a little pussy.
He
didn't
get
fight
in.
10. Yeah, he didn't get in. You got to fight. The bet was you got to fight 10 men, not 5 men twice, not 5 men one time, 4 guys the next time.
Yeah.
You got to fight 10 men, and it should have been all at once in a row. So he brings in the guy from prison that we saw at the beginning of the movie who's a bruiser. He's the toughest prison
Santos.
fighter in the fucking tri-state area.
So he's gonna get his ass kicked by a professional boxer, no?
Yeah.
Even if he is 48. George Foreman was fighting at 50. Fuck it.
Yeah. Warden's there. He's like, hey, you're never going to win. I got whatever.
Sure.
And James Wood's like, what?
Oh no.
Oh, no. I've seen that guy. He's a tough fighter. He beat Randall Tex Cobb just the day before I got out.
And meanwhile, Louis Gossett Jr. is like, oh yeah, so what does he do? Because this is just some guy again.
Right?
You're back. I just beat the only boxer I have to box. We're back to some guy now.
Right. Some
Tell me
rando.
anything you know about this guy. I'm about to go take him apart.
Has he ever been inside of a sanctioned boxing tournament?
No.
No.
He kickboxes in prison. He ain't gonna last long in here.
Okay. All right. I think I can do this. Anyways, and so the fight begins, and they start punching. He start punching Palmer in the ribs, and Kane's like, "Hey, thumbs down, Buster."
He gives the same baseball signal to take the dive,
right
that Darren gives at the beginning
Right.
of the movie, and it's like, instead of what I thought was going to happen, which would have been a fun movie, this is just a series of double crosses that is so deep I can't even handle. I lost count of the double crosses.
Well, how about you ask that at the end? Because we're almost done. He goes down. They win all the money. Guion's like, God damn it, my town. I just lost everything. And he goes into the popcorn area and is like, Sheriff, you son of a bitch, do something about this. And the sheriff's like, it's over. Oh, yeah, I'll show you over. And he grabs the sheriff's gun. Everybody's like, oh, he's got a gun. And then his kid comes up and he's like, no, you suck. And Bruce Dern's like, oh, yeah, I'll slap you in the mouth a couple times. And then Louis Gossett Jr. grabs his hand and says, no more slapping that kid, you son of a bitch.
Uh-huh.
Come over here, other guy whose brother's dead. Punch this man in the face.
And then he just punches him out. It's like, no, he
Into the
just
popcorn.
killed your brother. You're probably going to have to separate them, or he's going to kill Bruce Dern with his bare hands.
That's all that happens to Guion. He gets punched in the face.
He gets popcorn. He gets popcorned.
He gets popcorned.
He should have jumped over the counter and just started shoving that popcorn in his mouth and be like, "You see how crappy this tastes without butter, you son of a bitch? And fucking choke on it. Fucking choke on it, you piece of shit. If you
Where
ever
are the
butter
hot
on this-"
dogs? You
Yeah.
never brought hot dogs. You got the machine, but no hot dogs. You're a terrible host of boxing. That's the end of the movie.
They sit down next to each other, Gossett and Woods, and then they look at each other like, that was a hell of one.
Good job.
And then it just says the end, and
Right.
you're like, oh, wait, what? Oh.
What the fuck? There's some denouement shit that needs to happen here, guys.
Loose ends.
It's not like we want the movie to keep going, but you did not close out your fucking plot.
Leading to my first question. Now what?
Well, I don't fucking really care.
Yeah.
I mean, I care for them, like, as from a writing standpoint. Like, dude, you didn't close out your plot.
No.
But I don't really care about any of the characters.
So, Jackie, now what?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, he's just the same as the other guy was, right?
That's my next question. Is he as bad as Dern or worse?
Because he now owns the town, plus he's got all this cash. And so, I mean, does he do the right thing? Does he return the town back to its people?
No, he's just the new boss.
Same as the old
Same
boss.
as the old boss.
Right.
And the town didn't care because they're just there cheering for boxing again.
He's Bashar al-Assad. Yeah, his dad sucked, but guess what? Bashar's worse. Just listen to a podcast about Bashar al-Assad. I mean, I knew he chemicaled people. I just didn't know. I didn't know what the rest of the story. Yeah, he's a real fucking prick.
Yo.
Yeah, as he tells him, get out of my house by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no.
So what do you do in that situation? Burn the fucker down.
Yeah, we're burning this fucking town down. The whole goddamn thing. The boxing stadium, the bar, all our houses, except for the bus station, because we're all getting on a fucking bus in the morning. This town sucks.
Diggstown sucks.
Diggstown sucks. Our town hero, we have a fucking plaque set up to him in the bar, lives in the house where those grotto muties are banging their mom in that episode of X-Files.
Yep.
That's the best. That's how we treat our own. Fuck Diggstown.
Yep.
Jackie, you got a question?
No.
Well, I guess we should count the double crosses then, or whatever they are, the swings. So,
okay, I want you to. I'm putting you in charge of this because I think you've got a keen definition of what the double crosses are.
So the first one's going to be the bar lead, the bait. We'll count that as one.
The betting bait.
Getting the whole thing going
Oliver
is
Platt.
the first one.
Okay.
Then you got the plastic hat guy is the second one.
Okay, sure.
And this is the part that I have, because now, not only with at the end where you have him being as bad as Dern, when Wolf shows up in the pine box, it's almost how he gets Wolf's sister in on it. So did he kill Wolf, and is that the third one?
What? I don't know.
I'm counting that as the third one.
Yeah, I can see that.
Then there's the fixes on the boxers is 4, and then 5 would be having the prison inmate in on it. 5 double Dutch doors on this little
by
ruse.
Kane. Well, I tie into that with my big question. What's the fucking hustle? What is the big hustle?
Ownership of a town that you don't want to sleep in.
No, I mean like the con. What's the con? Everybody on the interwebs about the people that are rating this fucking town. This is one of my favorite con movies of all time. The Big Con. What's the big con? What is it? Because he wins money at boxing betting.
Yeah.
Sure, he cheated.
They're both cheated a lot.
But that's it. That's the big con. They paid off boxers. The big con is the guy from prison comes in. He's like, I paid you off. He paid off 4 other guys that were in this line too that he didn't even need to because he's got a fucking professional boxer and he just beat Buster Douglas in front of you.
Yeah.
This guy could have actually
And
Bruce Dern doesn't get conned.
what is he paying him in? Because he has to have Cassini front him 500 G's, and then the rest of the liquid is 250 G's on 750. A guy like this, Cassini, is taking all of the liquid.
All of it.
So now all James Woods has is the town.
Is a town that has no economy.
And so, like, did the guy from the prison boxer, he gets a house?
I guess.
What do you get?
They do not live happily
He
ever after.
overspent on his, he got the car?
On his
first thing he
on
did,
his con.
he got a car. He spent $100,000 on a car.
I mean, I have to stop myself and ask everybody on the internet, have you seen The Entertainer? That's a fucking con. I'm not The Entertainer. The Sting.
Yeah.
The song is The
Well,
Entertainer.
this is actually one of the alternate title to this was Midnight Sting because it owes itself to that movie, but it's not written good.
Snatch? That's a con.
Yeah.
There's no con here. A man cheated at boxing betting.
In a ludicrous 10-match boxing that you can't even really cheat at
That they don't even do.
because they can't. It's not even sanctioned.
That's underground. So it's all the fucking rules are off.
This is just
What a
silly
con.
business. It's not a con. It's like, who's the best at cheating the game?
And they're not even that good at cheating.
No!
They just pay off boxers to fall down on the ground. Yeah, that's like cheating at boxing rule number 1.
101. The
whoa.
dive.
What a fucking sting. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, it's like the other one, the brown bottle special, that's 102. Like, they don't even get into advanced boxing cheating.
Oh, God. Damn it. Heather Graham's character just fucks off.
She disappears after she takes Plastic Hat Guy to the hospital.
What is the point of her in this movie?
To get the financial records.
Why couldn't they, if they're such great con men, why couldn't they go into the bank, all of Danny Ocean, bat some eyelashes? Well, I guess because it's fucking James Woods. But get Oliver Platt. Oliver Platt's a somewhat handsome man. Go have him. He's played handsome characters before. He was a fucking musketeer, for Christ's sake.
Or
have him go in there, do his little fucking poker song and dance, and sleight of hand, they get the fucking bank records.
plus, knowing the exact amount to bet
Serves what point?
Like, I guess it gets him in on it faster or something. Like, oh, you know what I'm worth, and I will bet you everything.
That doesn't make any sense. You're just in it for the money, right? Or you're liberating this town?
You can't be, because you fenced 500 with the shark. He's getting all, you get no money.
Nope. So Heather Graham's character serves only one purpose: to be stunningly good looking.
To run without a bra on twice.
Yeah.
Yep. Good job.
Wow, what a great movie. You've got an eye candy character. Ugh.
Yeah, we got to put James Woods in there somewhere, right?
Oh. All right, Sam, any more questions?
No, I think we covered it.
All right, I'm done with this movie. Final recommendations from me is a don't.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it. It's just too contrived, and it's a 5 on the good movie scale, and it's a 5 on the bad movie scale. There's just not enough here for anything, and it's just kind of made me mad how many people like this movie. But that's personal to me. If I'm going to recommend it, I still don't. I can't. I don't. Why? Why would I recommend this? Jackie, cut to you.
I'm going to give it a do. I got really excited during the boxing matches and was like, punch him in the fucking face! Uppercut! Uppercut! I really, and I thought it was quirky and fun, and I'm going to give it a do.
Okay.
I am also giving it a do. Because it's one of the less, other than, the really sort of darkly evil James Woods that you can get, the quote-unquote charming James Woods, this is about as good as it gets.
It is about as, even though he is a scumbag.
He's a scumbag.
He's a bad person who, again, objectifies, he's as James Wood in real life as you can get. This is, they casted James Wood in this role for a reason, because it's him. He's just kind of a shit stain. But he's as charming as James Woods can get. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. And the entire, wow, what a guy, is he cheats at fucking boxing.
Yeah.
What a guy.
I
He
also
didn't let his actual professional boxer win because of the strength of his training and the condition of his heart. He cheated at boxing.
Yeah.
Way to go. What a guy.
My other reason to do is just because it's so stupid, and I'm glad that I saw it. Will I watch it again? Probably not.
Yeah.
But it was nice to have seen it the one time, and the whole reason I picked it was the same reason I picked The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. Is one of the radio guys I listened to, Jody Mack, was like talking to somebody about that they liked a boxing movie that was stupid, and he's like, "Look, most boxing movies are stupid.
Pretty
if
much.
you want to watch a stupid boxing movie, watch Diggstown. That's a stupid boxing movie." I was like, "Oh, I should give Diggstown a shot." Glad I did.
I liked the town that saved Pittsburgh, the fish that saved Pittsburgh.
The Pittsburgh that saved Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Out of the two of them, I like that one better.
That's a great. That was. He's right about that. He was right about this being a stupid boxing movie, and he was right saying that that's the best basketball movie because it just is.
And the song sticks with you too. It's the fish that saved Pittsburgh.
This one has the song that sticks with you too. The music's calling, and we got to get back to Diggstown. You know that one?
Yeah.
The Greg Miller Band.
The Greg Miller Band.
All right, let's wrap this shit up, guys. We're going to skip streaming do's and don'ts this week, but we do have a little bit of listener feedback from the one Jack B.
Hi, Jack.
He sends us an email. If you want to email us, talk@stinkermadness.com is the email address. He says, a red-hot steaming pile of what the fuck. I am obliged to write this because this should be by all rights a SMABFA contender for next year, and it would be easy to overlook this movie like you guys did with Bumblebee. Thank you, Jack, for letting us know. I wish somebody had let us know about Bumblebee. The movie in question is Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Oh, well, shit.
Oh, my niece and nephew are so excited to see
but
this.
I didn't want to have to watch this.
As I'm writing this, I'm still in awe of what a colossal pile of hot shit this movie is. It's rare to find a movie where absolutely nothing in it works, but this somehow managed to do so in spectacular, mind-boggling fashion. I'm struggling to put it into words because I think it broke part of my brain. All I can wonder is, how did this movie get made? Copyright or competition. Because the pure nonsense this movie runs on is above and beyond other corporate cash grab movies of this type. The best way I can describe it is that I felt as if I was the astronaut going into the portal at the end of 2001 Space Odyssey. Monolith. It was a surreal and mind-bending experience as well as a train wreck of a movie.
I like the Pokemon Go game.
Yeah, it's fun to play with my daughter.
Yeah, with my
Gets
niece
us
and
out
nephew.
walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're out there on the fence about Pikachu,
I wasn't on the fence. I was like, I bet that sucks, and I don't want to watch it because I mean, it's Detective Pikachu.
man, I kind of like Pikachu. There was a time where I was unemployed and smoked a lot of reefer, and it was right when
Pika.
Yeah, right when the Pokemon cartoon was on syndication on basically everywhere.
Sure.
And that shit is hot shit when you're on the reefer. So I watched a lot of Pikachu, and I kind of have Pokemon. I kind of have a little bit of a soft, I don't think it's good.
Yeah.
I don't like playing the games. I just like monsters. I think they're fun. So I kind of wanted to watch it. And I thought
barely
they looked
monsters,
good.
though. They're like kitties.
Yeah, they're like kitty monsters. They're fun. And I thought the art styling looked good to me. But
Pokemon was a pretty. Well, it's on the
the
upper
movie.
end.
I'm talking about the movie.
Oh,
yeah. It's not Sonic. Everybody's pissed about the Sonic movie because Sonic looks like shit.
Sonic looks like an abomination.
Yeah, he looks like an abomination. But I thought Pikachu looked okay, and it's probably gonna be stupid, but I thought it was gonna be fine.
But you're not gonna like it at all.
Why?
Because Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu.
No, I hate Ryan Reynolds. Don't like him. He won't shut up. Never. Everybody loves him because he can't keep his fucking flapper closed.
I think they like him because he's handsome, too.
Oh, that could be that.
Looks good without his shirt off.
Yeah.
Married to Blake Lively.
Yeah.
And everybody else who's
Everybody
hot
else.
at one point or another is that guy. All right.
All right, let's wrap this up, kids. Next week is Jackie's pick. What are we doing?
Love Potion number 9.
Starring
Sandra Bullock
and
some doofus guy.
Tatum O'Neal.
What?
Nate Donovan.
Tate Donovan?
Tatum. Channing Tatum.
No, he would have been
It's not
12.
It's not Tate Donovan. God damn it. Who the fuck is the guy? Sandra Bullock.
Donovan McNabb.
Donovan and McNabb. That would be quite the movie.
I would watch that.
Currently streaming on Amazon Prime, so go watch that. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your E3s, as it were, you fellow gamers, and we'll see you on Monday. Get to the chopper.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.